breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a murder-for-hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Dirk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night.
However, when he's been held without bond, you know things are about to get heated. For a long time too, Dirk and his OTF affiliate are once again facing what could end as retribution for a life of crime.
Grammy-winning rapper Lil Durk has been arrested, accused in a murder-for-hire plot near the Beverly Center.
Again, I want everybody to have fun, be safe. If you love me, if you're a big fan of me, I want y'all to keep Chicago safe for the weekend. Let's get it.
Even though the rapper started preaching safety and publicly declared his choice to live life as a Muslim on a clean slate, his nemesis in the form of Quando Rondo's affiliate showed it was far from over. Lil Durk's arrest exposes his violent history. Lil Durk's arrest alongside the OTF collective of rap arrests on the murder-for-hire charge put into perspective his double life. In this context, refers to his prestigious status as an award-winning drill rapper and a darker life beyond starter Lil Durk, real name Dirk Devontae Banks, was apprehended in South Florida and held without bond by the U.S. Marshal Service. Dirk is held without being eligible for release, and this indicates the gravity of his offense. It also casts scrutiny on the details surrounding his arrest and his crimes in the past, emerging from the vibrant yet tumultuous streets of Chicago. Lil Durk's journey to fame is as compelling as it is complex. His music career took off in the early 2010s, with his unique style and raw lyrics resonating with a generation of listeners. Dirk's ability to weave personal experiences and the harsh realities of street life into his music quickly garnered him a dedicated fan base. As his career progressed, Lil Durk became synonymous with the drill rap movement, a subgenre of hip-hop known for its gritty and off-violent themes. Drill rap, which originated in Chicago, reflects the city's gang culture and the struggles faced by its youth, alongside other prominent figures like Chief Keef and G. Herbo. Lil Durk helped popularize this controversial style, bringing it to the forefront of the music scene. Central to Lil Durk's identity as an artist is his affiliation with the rap collective Only the Family, often abbreviated as OTF, founded by Dirk himself. OTF is more than just a musical group. It represents a brotherhood bound by shared experiences and a common vision. The collective has been instrumental in shaping the careers of several artists, providing a platform for them to express their artistry while navigating the challenges of the industry. However, the success and camaraderie within OTF have not been without their share of turmoil. The collective's journey has been marred by violence and tragedy, most notably the murder of Devin Bennett, better known by his stage name King Von, a close friend of Lil Durk and a rising star in his own right. King Von's death sent shock waves through the music community. On November 6, 2020, King Von was shot and killed in violent altercation outside an Atlanta nightclub. His untimely demise left a void in the lives of those who knew him and a lasting impact on the collective. The murder of King Von is a pivotal moment in the narrative leading up to Lil Durk's arrest. It is alleged that this tragic event ignited a feud between Lil Durk and an individual identified in court documents as TB. According to reports, TB's stage name Quando Rondo was associated with the person responsible for King Von's death, creating a deep-seated animosity between the two parties. This feud is said to have escalated over time, culminating in the murder-for-hire plot that would eventually lead to Lil Durk's arrest. The federal criminal complaint filed against Lil Durk paints a chilling picture of the events that transpired. It accuses him of placing a monetary bounty on TB's life, allegedly orchestrating a plan to exact revenge for King Von's murder. The conflict between Lil Durk and Quando Rondo is wrapped in tragedy, rivalry, and the harsh realities of the rap world. It all began with the untimely death of King Von, a rising star in the hip-hop scene and a close associate of Lil Durk. On November 6, 2020, King Von was fatally shot outside an Atlanta lounge, a violent incident that sent shockwaves through the music community. The alleged shooter Timothy LOL Tim Leaks was an associate of Quando Rondo, and this connection set the stage for a bitter feud. King Von's death was not just a personal loss for Lil Durk, but also a significant blow to his Only the Family collective known as OTF the Collective, which prides itself on loyalty and brotherhood, was left reeling from the loss of one of its most promising members. The incident ignited a firestorm of emotions, with fans and fellow artists mourning Von's death and demanding justice in their own way. In the months following the shooting, Quando Rondo faced intense scrutiny and backlash. Concerts were canceled, and his public appearances were met with hostility.
So I'm letting this group come by. Next thing you know, it hit me.
Despite the mounting pressure, Quando Rondo maintained his innocence, insisting that the events of that fateful night were a tragic misunderstanding. However, the damage was done, and the rift between him and Lil Durk seemed irreparable. As tensions escalated, whispers of a potential retaliation plot began to circulate the streets. Were abuzz with rumors, and the possibility of further violence loomed large. It was against this backdrop of fear and uncertainty that federal authorities began to piece together a chilling narrative of conspiracy and murder for hire. The 18-page indictment filed in the United States Court for the Central District of California paints a grim picture of the events leading up to the alleged murder plot against Rondo. According to the indictment, an unnamed individual referred to as co-conspirator one allegedly offered a bounty for the killing of TB, presumably Quando Rondo, as retribution for the death of DB, presumably Kingvin. The indictment details a meticulously planned operation involving multiple individuals allegedly affiliated with Lil Durk's OTF collective. The suspects, identified as Kevin London, Grant DeAndre Del Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston, are accused of traveling to Los Angeles with the intent to carry out the murder for H plot. The document reveals a web of deceit, with plane tickets and rental cars procured using a credit card linked to OTF. The investigation unfolded. Authorities uncovered a series of damning pieces of evidence, including surveillance footage and eyewitness accounts. The indictment alleges that the suspects followed Quando Rondo's entourage through the streets of Los Angeles, ultimately ambushing them at a gas station in the Beverly Grove neighborhood. The attack resulted in the tragic death of Quando Rondo's cousin, Sava Robinson, also known as Lo.
Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV.
How did a personal vendetta escalate into a high-stakes murder plot? And what will be the ultimate fallout for those involved? Surveillance footage from the scene provided crucial evidence capturing the suspects as they ambushed Quando Rondo's entourage. The footage showed the suspects firing upon the vehicle, a black Cadillac Escalade, before fleeing the scene through a nearby alley. This brazen attack set off alarm bells for law enforcement, who quickly launched a full-scale investigation into the incident. As authorities pieced together the events leading up to the shooting, they discovered a series of alarming connections. The suspects identify as Kalen London, Grant DeAndre Dantrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston were all allegedly affiliated with Lil Durk's OTF collective. Investigators uncovered evidence suggesting that the group had traveled to Los Angeles with the explicit intent to carry out a murder-for-hire plot against Quando Rondo, allegedly in retaliation for the death of King Von. The indictment, a comprehensive 18-page document, lays out the specific allegations against Lil Durk and his associates. It accuses them of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire involving a death, and the use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in death. The document details a meticulously planned operation, with the suspects allegedly procuring plane tickets and rental cars using a credit card associated with OTF. This financial trail provided investigators with a crucial link between the suspects and the alleged plot.
Ain't nobody laughing at Dirk like they were laughing at me when I went to jail.
Further evidence emerged as investigators delved into the suspects' activities in Los Angeles. According to the indictment, Cav London Grant purchased 4 ski masks from a local sporting goods store, a chilling indication of the group's intentions. Grant also allegedly provided firearms to his co-conspirators, including guns modified To shoot automatically, further underscoring the premeditated nature of the plot, the indictment also reveals the suspect attempts to cover their tracks, with Grant allegedly outfitting the rental cars with fake license plates. This level of planning and deception painted a damning picture of the group's alleged criminal activities, leaving little doubt in the minds of investigators about their intentions. As the investigation progressed, authorities moved swiftly to apprehend the suspects. On October 24, 2024, federal agents arrested Lil Durk and the 5 Chicago men allegedly involved in the plot. In addition to the mounting mold of evidence against the OTF posse, rumors are circulating about a snitch from the inside following Durk's arrest. Fans on social media have been running wild with speculations that an OTF member played a crucial role in how authorities apprehended him. OTF Jim, a bona fide member of the rap collective, allegedly wore a wire for multiple years. He was previously jailed for 12 years for attempted murder and released in 2022. This timeline is highly suspicious because it appears as though Jam got out of prison just in time to witness the OTF crew's alleged plot against Quando Rondo. One thing beyond doubt is that Jam is affiliated with Dirk and OTF. In a resurfaced interview following his time in prison, he opened up on how the All My Life rapper held him down and set him up with a crib, a car, and over $50,000 to get on his feet again. While Lil Durk's case continues to spiral towards an inevitable court verdict, it has been established that the alleged murder for hire crime stemmed from King Von's demise. However, this only leads to further questions on whether there was ever any tension between the OTF and Rondo's crew. Did King Von have beef with Rondo? If so, what is the genesis of this whole saga? King Von's death is at the center of it. Many success stories in the rap world originated from some of the slinkiest to bearable neighborhoods in America.
Now that demonic force, because it is a demonic force, it was a dark force, it was a dark energy that came down from Chicago and spread throughout America.
However, one thing they all have in common is a brotherhood rise by lifting others and avenging crimes committed against their affiliates or sliding for one another whenever the need arose. This narrative is not far-fetched, and over the years, rappers like Swag Dino and Key Glock allegedly slid for late rappers like Lil Jojo and Young Dolph, respectively. In King Von's case, the dramatic turn of events and series of killings can be traced back to his complicated relationship with Quando Rondo. King Von, born Devin DeCoin Bennett, was a figure whose life was marked by both hardship and promise. Von's first encounter with the law occurred when he was arrested for robbery and car theft at 16. This incident marked the beginning of a series of legal troubles that would follow him into adulthood. Despite these setbacks, Von's resilience and determination never wavered. He spent time in juvenile detention, where he was confronted with the consequences of his actions and challenged to change his ways. Unfortunately, these experiences did not deter him from further run-ins with the law. In 2014, Von faced one of his most serious legal battles when he was accused of a shooting that resulted in the death of one person and the wounding of another. After a lengthy trial, V was acquitted of all charges, a turning point that allowed him to refocus on his music career. It was during this time that V began to gain recognition for his unique storytelling style, which caught the attention of fellow Chicago rapper Lil Durk. In 2018, V's life took a significant turn when Lil Durk signed him to his Only the Family label. This partnership marked the beginning of V's ascent in the music industry. As V's career flourished, his personal life became increasingly intertwined with the complex dynamics of the music industry. His association with Lil Durk and the Only the Family label brought him into contact with other artists, including Quando Rondo, who was signed to NBA YoungBoy's label, I'm Saying. Though they 63, Dirty Acid. Initially, V and Rondo shared a cordial relationship, but tensions began to simmer beneath the surface. The initial points of contention between the Nun and Rondo were rooted in their affiliations with their respective mentors Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, who had their own conflicts. The situation escalated when V was seen in the company of YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend Ja, sparking rumors and speculation. Although V publicly denied any romantic involvement, stating that they were merely collaborating on music, the incident added fuel to the fire. As the tension between V and Rondo grew, it became clear that their relationship was on a precarious path. The beef, initially rooted in industry dynamics and personal associations, would soon take a tragic turn, forever altering the lives of those involved and leaving an indelible mark on the hip-hop community. On the night of November 5th, 2020, King Bao was in Atlanta to celebrate the release of his debut studio album, Welcome to O Block. The album, which showcased V's storytelling prowess and featured collaborations with prominent artists, was a testament to his growing influence in the rap scene. However, what was meant to be a night of celebration quickly turned into a nightmare in the early hours of November 6. Bao and his entourage arrived at the Monhookah Lounge in Atlanta, unbeknownst to them. Quando Rondo and his crew were also present at the venue. The chance encounter between the two groups set the stage for a confrontation that would soon spiral out of control as the night progressed. Tensions between the two camps escalated. Accounts of the events leading up to the altercation vary, but it is widely reported that a physical fight broke out between Bao and Rondo. The altercation quickly escalated into gunfire, with shots ringing out. In the chaos that ensued, the scene was one of panic and confusion. As patrons scrambled for safety, and the sound of gunfire echoed through the night, in the aftermath of the shooting, King Bao was rushed to a nearby hospital in critical condition. Despite the efforts of medical staff, he succumbed to his injuries later that day, leaving the music world in shock and mourning. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation reported that 3 people were killed in total, and 4 others were wounded, including Timothy Tim Leaks, a member of Rondo's crew who was charged in connection with V's death. Leaks was arrested while he was being treated at a hospital in Atlanta. However, in 2023, Leaks' attorney Noah Pines revealed that all charges against his client were dropped. The verdict was that the prosecutors believe his action against the late Bao was an act of self-defense. Things appear to simmer to a reasonable level on both sides, meaning on Quando Rondo and the OTF sides. However, it was far from over. In the signature rapper style of storytelling, Rondo threw musical shots at King Bao while praising Tim. For defending him, Rondo referenced the incident in his 2022 track, Want Me Dead, featuring NB Youngboy. He raps, my favorite op, dead sister, talk too much, no, I don't like the slash. Tommy rolled her brother up for stepped on in some Nike kicks. It appears all these did not go unnoticed by the OTF collective, setting precedents for the alleged hunt for Rondo in 2022. Fans also seemingly played a role in what was deemed a pressure on Lil Durk to slide for Von following his arrest or resurface. Clip showed Durk in an interview being questioned about fans' wish for him to slide for Von. The discussion in the interview pointed out how the rapper fans called for an act of revenge and believe it was Durk's responsibility. Durk was asked if he felt pressured or triggered by these comments. The Grammy-winning rapper replied that he stopped seeing such comments, confirming that fans indeed badgered him to avenge King Von's murder. In response to the clip, many fans on social media pointed accusing fingers at the fan base, stating that they were the cause of the rapper predicament. Some also believe that Durk's response to the interviewer DJ Academics was a sinister confirmation of his involvement in the 2022 shooting. The calm before Durk's arrest, leading up to his arrest, Lil Durk, also known as Smirk, was seemingly on a cleansing journey. The rapper had a series of public self-reflection and epiphanies indicating that he was renouncing his criminal past and pointing to his legal woe. Durk's redemption arc can be traced back to 2023 when he candidly opened up on his past criminal life. The Chicago-born rapper took to X to celebrate a milestone as he told fans that authorities were clearing his rap sheet. Durk wrote about second chances and how he was thrilled to experience such after his criminal records and cases were wiped. He wrote on his X account, "Everybody should get second chances at life. It's about what you do with it. Alhamdulillah, my background wiped and clean of all cases. I ain't a felon anymore. Who would have thought? I want to thank everyone who helped push my vision forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." The Voice. Lil Durk's journey through the legal system began in the early 2010s, a period that would set the stage for his future encounters with the law. In 2011, Durk, whose real name is Dirk Derek Banks, faced his first significant legal hurdle. He was arrested on a weapons charge, a serious offense that resulted in a 3-month incarceration.